it do, family of one? Just being, kicking it in the Zen zone. Feeling pretty good today. Energies have been up and down for me. I've been staying off lives, integrating some energy over the last weeks, man. Really, I ain't been on here that much at all. But I wanted to go on here with a law of attraction video because I got some people asking questions in my inbox. So I wanted to make some things clear to you guys about manifestation. I'm always doing shadow work. What's up, everybody? So I wanted to do a video about some manifestation and like where I'm at in my life now. I'm at a position to now manifest the things that I want. Whenever before I was always in the pain and I was manifesting shit I didn't want. So I wanted to drop to you guys like a couple hints and some things that I've learned along my journey through my lens of perception about law of attraction, and really how I healed my soul with learning about this energy and how it works. Okay, so what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are good. I'm gonna be on here tonight a couple of times tonight. I'm gonna do a tarot reading. I might even do a Reiki session. I ain't promising shit because sometimes I don't want to do nothing and do. I thought I seen something in my teeth. Oh, boom, baby! What it do, Cody Hicks? Sorry, I had to say what's up to my homeboy. I hope he's out there doing good. All right, so law of attraction. All right, I learned. Oh, by the way, I plugged on my shit. If you want in on my new moon spell work that I do, which is pretty badass, and it's basically, are you in the pain? Are you hurting? Are you having a hard time on your new moons creating like ceremonies for yourself to manifest? That's what I'm here for. I'm not in the pain on these different days, and I'm able to create and manifest all day for you. So what I do is like, I don't know if you can see, but right here I have my altar set up, and I always cast spells every new moon, full moon, first quarter and third quarter moon. So $10 to my PayPal if you want to get on that, and I'll add you to the event. It's an all-day event, and I'll be posting spells all day to this event that you'll be receiving, and Reiki sessions and different lessons to you guys. So hope you guys are into that. So anyways, moving on. Law of attraction. I'm trying to attract y'all into my event, right? I am attracting. So did you see my first flaw? I said trying. So I'm going to talk about, at first, Spirit's letting me know to talk to you about the words we use and how crucial they are in our everyday life. So you have been taught from a child how to spell, and spelling A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you just thought was for reading words and writing down shit and to get your point out there, to get messages across, communication, right? And actually, spelling is just what it is. You're casting spells with what you spell. So what you think, what you say, what just pops in your head is what's going to create your reality, okay? And what a lot of us don't know is there's programmed thoughts. Ego mind, programming, mass consciousness, group consciousness thoughts that will come through your mind that you will label as you and your own. And then you will go down a rabbit hole of overthinking it and then beat yourself up and take yourself into a really hard place. And you're actually bringing more of that into your field of energy. I'm going to get into that in a minute, but with thinking, you're casting spells with every thought. So if you say the word, I can't do something, in the world of energy, that means there's nothing that's going to happen. No motion. Nothing can happen from the word I cannot or I can't. That is literally a energetic block that the universe will say, the universe is a genie with unlimited wishes, and it grants your wishes based on how you think and feel. Mainly how you feel. Okay? But thinking is where this shit will start, and then you'll manifest it into your feelings later. So, you begin with a thought comes in, and you realize it's one of those programmed thoughts saying, I can't do this. The immediate thing you do in that moment is you trump it with a positive thought. You could think 85 negative thoughts, and one positive thought trumps it by 100. So you just outdid those. So if I said right now that I'm trying to manifest people into my new moon spells, what I just did was threw it in a loop of insanity. Okay? Trying, the word trying, will always just be that. I will always just be trying. Something will always just be coming to me. I'll always be in the process of trying to get it, but it will never make it to me. Okay? It'll always be trying to come here or on its way to me. Okay? And then the magic word of manifestation and what you want and law of attraction is I have or I am. Those are the highest vibrational words. I have clients putting themselves into my new moon spells right now. I have people who are adding themselves to the new moon list because they realize how powerful it's going to be. I'm creating that now, manifesting what I want, telling the universe, the genie with unlimited wishes, exactly what I want. But the genie is not some person up in the sky. The universe is not some person being that we've been taught like God, a man in the sky who understands what we want and don't want. It's more like a program running that only responds to what you're feeling and thinking. So if you're feeling like you have a lack of money and you're feeling like you have a lot of, and you're thinking bills are always on the way and you're overwhelmed with money, the universe is only getting signals from you that you are wanting more lack of more money and you are wanting more bills. So it's going to pile them on you because not because it wants to hurt you, but because that's what you're focused on and that's the energy you're drawing in. If you switched it up and did the opposite and said, I'm abundant, I have everything I need, money's coming my way, and when I spend money it comes back to me tenfold. I just cast a spell. Today I was at the grocery store and I was spending $60 and I said in my mind, this money's coming back to me today, it has to. And I got in the car and I had 44 sent to me in my PayPal from a client for a session I did yesterday to them, and a personal spell that I'm going to cast for them here today. So I manifest my reality through my thoughts. That's the first place it takes place. You want to amp this shit up and you want to really take it into gear. You really want to manifest what you want. You're going to step it up to visualization next. Okay? Then we're going to go to the third process, which is feeling. Visualization, which I've told you is crucial. Your thinking has to be aligned with what you want, not what you don't want or how you don't want it. And you have to act as if you already have it. So talk about it like it's already there. Now you start to imagine this shit in your mind with your imagination, in your mind's eye, what you want and how you want it. And go into daydream mode about all the things that you want to manifest and have. And if you suck at that, it's cool. Just write the shit down that you want. The more you write it down, the easier it is to visualize. And that just came straight from spirit. The more you write it down, the easier it is to visualize, much like reading a book. So whenever you write something down that you want and you write it down in very much detail, like I wrote down one time what I wanted to manifest, and I said, I want to wake up in my log cabin, 2 or 3 bedroom in the mountains. I'm going to go into my deprivation tank. I'm going to take a quick shower to rinse off all the energy from the night before. I hop in my deprivation tank and I do an hour-long float. I hop out the float. I walk out onto my balcony. I hop into the little cold water thing, dip down into it. I hop out of that, smoke a blunt, get right, go and make my juice and my water, get that. Like, I was real detailed with it, and I start to write it down, and I could imagine that shit easier by writing it. So, imagination is the second key for manifestation and finding everything it is that you want. And manifesting the things in your life that you really want, okay? And like I said, if you're focusing on the things you don't want, like lack, negativity, all your problems, you're going to get lack, negativity, and more problems. The universe is going to bring it. But if you're focusing on healing, abundance, change, shadow work, okay with crying, all these different things, and they just come into your life and you start to see how quick it starts to flip script. And using your imagination is going to be the next part to where you level that shit up. But if you really want to fucking manifest your dreams and everything you wanted and start to click and manifest things, you feel as if it's already there. Then let me tell you a little example about this. My homegirl Shauna Elizabeth, I seen a visualization in my head where I was sitting there having that fun doing that daydreaming with visualizations about me being a rapper. And I was on stage in front of like 35,000 people, okay? And there was a whole bunch of people out in the crowd. It was like this big ass event. And I was on stage rocking, and it was like the second song that went through. And I heard Shauna or somebody from the crowd yell, "B, it's me!" And I looked out in the crowd. And there she was, yo. She's standing there, and like I ran out there to her. We fucking hugged and cried, and I bawled my eyes out in this reality, imagining it happen and how real it's gonna be when it really does happen. You see how I feel my truth? How I know? Because I feel it. It's gonna happen. It's already happened. I just did gonna. I catch myself and then I re-ep it. So it's already happened. I just did it. You guys just watched me light work in that moment, or whatever you want to call it. Transmute. Recognize a 3D thing. I said I'm gonna. So I fucked it up already and cast a shit spell. I already have that happening. Me and her already having that embrace. Okay? So I learn as I go, just like you guys learn as you go. I don't have this shit down. You won't have this shit down. Oh wait, is that an old programming? I think it is. So we got this shit, right? Fuck all that old programming. We got this. We can manifest whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want, because this is the fifth dimensional frequencies. The old thinking, the old paradigmal thoughts that I just went to, like where we aren't going to always get it, that's old thinking. We can always get it in this reality. You can always be happy. You can always have good time. You can always float through things. You can always be on the highest vibrational tip. You don't have to go through this crappy thing where we think we have to be back and forth through up and down reality. That's old paradigmal thinking. That's duality. You could just ride the motherfucking wave like how it goes and enjoy it. And that's the fifth dimensional frequencies of knowing that the lessons are always coming and they're always here to teach you how to manifest better. Whether it's manifest more boundaries, manifest more love, manifest more abundance, prosperity, manifest more of anything that you want. That's what the universe is constantly doing for you. And let me tell you a little story about a big harsh lesson I learned about manifestation. Big fat fucking lesson. Let me see if I can find my book. I do not mind telling you guys this. This is me telling you some dark shadow shit. Suck a dick if you judge me. That's all I gotta say. This was my biggest awakening, and it came from one of the hardest days of my life. And I don't ever mind speaking on this shit. Alright, so what I did was, I've been out and I've been being promiscuous for the last 3 years, like every month being with random people, sometimes going back to the ones I've been with, being really terrible with that shit. Now this crazy shit is what showed me my manifestation of the darkest thing that I did not know that I had, and it was actually my greatest awakening through one of the most painful things I've been through. And what I did was I caught a disease. I caught herpes through fucking with all these people, right? And it wasn't even that I caught that shit, it's what I manifested it, okay? And what I mean is when I manifested it is, I immediately when I caught it, it was on a full moon. And I knew as I caught that shit that I needed to go to Heal Your Body, because I knew that I'd read this and already had this book, and I knew that I was manifesting something from my sacral region, and I knew it was something I could heal. Immediately went to my book, and my book says mass belief in sexual guilt and the need for punishment, public shame, and this was the big one, belief in a punishing God, and the other one was rejection of genitals. All I had to do was change my shit up and my thinking to my concept of God supports me. I am normal and natural. I rejoice in my own sexuality and in my own body. I am wonderful. Number one, I was struggling majorly with homosexuality, energies, and I was fucking bisexual as shit and didn't know it.
I was going through these energies, trying to figure that out through all that. 2, so that you could see that I had my sexuality in my own body. I rejoiced, public shame, or what it was belief in a punishing God. That was my biggest awakening ever, came from that moment in my life. And I don't mind talking about it, like I said, because I need you guys to understand how harsh shit brings about hard-ass core awakenings. I realized in that moment, I thought I had a punishing God. And I realized everything I was always putting out there was that God was punishing me and coming at me and hurting me. And I realized in that moment that I had to change that up and say I had a God that supports me, because I was putting out to the genie that I wanted a God that punished me, and it was constantly punishing me and punishing me and punishing me over and over again. And I thought it was the God doing it to me, but it was really me manifesting it through saying this is what I wanted through the energy focused on that. And bam, my life shifted and changed immediately. I had like 4 or 5 outbreaks this year, going through so much sacral fucking purging, yo. It's been insane. I haven't like even had a time to sit back and get right with this, but I know that it's showing me that I'm trying to change my thinking from the old God punishing energy to I have a supporting and loving God and it's on my team, right? And then immediately I'll vibrate that shit out of my body. Plus I've been having a not so alkaline body because I wasn't eating completely vegan. I was eating vegetarian there for a long time with a lot of mucus in me still. So I'm working in that new vegan diet and gonna just zap that shit right out of my body. Dr. Sebi done said, disease is just dis-ease of the mind. Okay? Dis-ease, mucus is what causes all disease. So mucus of everything. So I learned through Heal Your Body and veganism and different shit like that, how to heal myself, and then I could manifest different things. And that was the biggest manifestation of shadow work that showed me how to manifest something different. So I'm trying to show you guys different aspects of how manifestation comes up in your life to see where your fucked thinking is. You don't know where your shit thinking is or your program thinking is unless you're triggered or going through something that's going to show you where your thinking is incorrect. So this is how we use manifestation, okay? So realize that it's all good to go through harsh times and low times. That's what we call them in duality, right? And that's how we feel in them. They're going to teach us how to manifest greater and teach you about the law of attraction. That's exactly the game of ascension, is you're learning law of attraction on a daily basis. It's like that is what you came here to learn. Was on a daily, you're realizing that you manifest your reality. And the more and more you think about stuff, the more that comes to you. Imagine you buy a red car and now you start seeing red cars everywhere. It's because you're focused on red cars. The universe is popping them right up in front of you. Not you're just magically seeing them. If you focus on a parking spot you want to manifest, you'll manifest that shit within a day or a week. So I'm trying to teach you guys that your thinking is what starts the creation. Your imagination gets it spinning. And if you feel you already have it, you embody the essence and pull law of attraction to you. And what that means is you're attracting that what you want. You're always, like, even the law of attraction, the word sounds shit. Like law of it's here. Let's call it law of already been here type shit. Because attraction sounds like it's coming, right? But know that that's what's happening when you're sitting there in the energy of manifesting it like you already have it. You're attracting it into your reality in that moment. So it is there. It is already there. It's already here. Everything you already wanted is already here because you're attracting it by saying you have it, by knowing it's there. This is a fucking video game, guys. Like, lovingly, it's time to awaken our minds to higher awareness and realize we're in a video game where you manifest your greatest dreams or whatever the fuck you want with your thinking. That's the video game's controls. How you work it. Instead of having a fucking thing, they gave you your thinking to create your reality here. You don't have fucking buttons to do this shit or to put codes in. You have spells to cast with your mind and your head and your thoughts. That's how you operate in this video game. You're in an avatar. How else could you have operated in this avatar in this video game? You create your reality with your thinking. Now, this is the crucial part you need to understand. Because many people are in victim mind frame. All this shit's happened to me. I've been through this. I've been through that. They did this to me. MK Ultra, all kinds of shit. I am a victim. I had more pain than this person and that person. Each and every human has felt the exact same level of emotions. No more, no less. And victim mind frame is going to stop us from... It's not going to stop us. It's going to teach us how to evolve into creator mind frame. That's what it's necessary for. It's there to teach us how to be conscious creators, because we feel like we're victims to our circumstances and situations, but really we created it through our subconscious beliefs, which are what govern your world damn near. And your subconscious beliefs are what you grew up believing and got programmed as a child. I am telling you that you took this on for humanity so that you could help them. And you could show them how to get out of that shit and manifest your dreams. I tell people, if you're a starseed awakening, realize that you're a multi-dimensional being in human form. So basically you're just a human having a spirit having a human awakening. You came here to chase your dreams, and that is it. Whatever that is to you, whatever makes your soul sing and gives you chills when you do it, and when you think about it, it makes you just want to jump up and down and do it every day. That's what you came here to do. And I don't care how big of the fucking thing seems to you right now in your mind, and you think this is a massive thing and you don't think it could ever happen. That's bullshit, because you came here to change that thinking. You came here to create heaven for yourself and show others it can be done. Okay? Fifth dimensional frequencies where you're vibrating and bringing in everything you want as you want it. Jim Carrey wrote a check for himself for like $5 million or $3 million and manifested it in a year or two quicker than he wanted it. Just by writing it down and saying he was going to have it in a couple years. He had it quicker than that. And he had a tarot reader tell him he was going to have 3 Outbreak movies this year and his life was never going to be the same. And he went to had the mass. He dropped 3 different things. And then, bam, his whole life was never the same after those 3 movies he released that year. So, manifestation is real. Check out Jim Carrey. He's going through, that dude's been manifesting his life for a long time, and people call him crazy, not all this shit. He's woke as fuck. So, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys got something from this. I literally, like I said, realized through one of the hardest situations in my life how to manifest, and realized how crucial manifestation was when I kept saying God hates me, God doesn't like me, God doesn't want me to do better, God's going to always keep coming down on me, I'm never going to get ahead. I was creating all that with my own mind, and it was programmed in me. So I say I don't want to own it like, oh, that's all my fault, but now that I'm aware that I was programmed, now it's my fault. Now it's my fault when I keep going back to it and shit and the old energies. That's when you start feeling that guilt and that shit. You feel like crap for doing something over and over again and you don't want to keep doing it. That's because your soul's saying, I know better, but I keep going back to that even though I know better. That's because you're already aware. So don't beat yourself up even in awareness. I'm going to remind you guys of that. So I love you guys. I'm going to hop off here and do some other good shit tonight. Hope you guys have a badass night. Hit me with $10. Donation in the inbox and the PayPal if you want in on my new moon spells. I'll be casting those all day the 24th. So holler at me if you guys need that. If you want questions about that, you can hit me in my inbox. I'll let you know what's going on. Later, guys.